LeBron, congratulations, man.
I appreciate it.
More Than a Game, that's the movie.
Yes, sir.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Not a problem watching it. I feel like people get to learn more about your persona than they ever found out while you being in the NBA. But let's take it back. Let's take it back to when you were 12.
Right.
And I always want to ask you this. AAU championship, you had a chance to take the final shot, right?
Right.
Before you took that shot and you're dribbling, what was going through your head?
That if I make this shot, you know, we go home and we go home victorious. We down here in Orlando, Florida. And, you know, this is a team that's won back-to-back national champions. And if we can beat them being a small team from Akron, Ohio, Northeast Ohio, this would be the greatest thing that ever happened to me. So, you know, with us being down 2, caught the ball, made a turn, and fired one from half court. And, you know, from my eyes, it looked like it was good. Looked like it was good. And, you know, when it got to the rim, it kind of like, and, you know, went around the rim and went out.
Wow.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking,
but, you know, everything in life happens for a reason.
Yep.
Had you made that shot, you think this film would have been made?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because we wouldn't have been, we would have never been chasing that dream. You know, the dream, we would have won a national championship then, and we would have never had nothing to strive for. You know, that shot being made probably would have separated us from high school, and, you know, the friendship, the loyalty that we had and made and grown for those next 4 years in high school probably wouldn't have happened.
Wow.
So, you know, I would never say this, but I'm happy I missed that shot.
You happy you missed that
I'm
shot?
happy I missed that shot. I would never say that.
You'll never say it again.
I never say it again, but
okay.
I'm happy I missed that shot.
That's great, man. When you had to relive watching this movie, your junior year, and you guys losing the championship,
right?
What was that like? I mean, because when you lose in high school, it's, you know, it has it just like if you lose in love, if you lose in sports,
yeah,
it hurts.
Especially when you don't expect for it to happen.
Exactly.
So, I think I believe in a thing called karma.
Okay.
A lot of people believe in it, and you know, we had won back-to-back state championships my freshman and sophomore year, and going into our junior year, we started to become not as focused, not as responsible as we did the first 2 years. You know, now we 16 and some of us 17. Now we got our license. We drive and we partying a lot more. And we didn't respect the game of basketball. And we didn't respect Coach Drew like we should have. And you know, it didn't hamper us all the way to the last game of the season.
Wow.
You know, and you know the stuff we had did before that, it caught up with us. You know, I wake up the day of the state championship game with back spasms. Never had been injured before. And some things that go right in the game, you know, I miss a few layups, we missed a few wide open shots, and a team that shouldn't have beat us.
Yeah.
Because we didn't respect the game of basketball throughout the whole year. And respect Coach Drew.
And that changed your whole work ethic, right?
Changed my whole work ethic.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then you came back in your senior year. And so what was the motivation? You guys were ranked #1. You got all the spotlights on you guys now. Everybody's expecting big things.
I think the motivation was at the beginning of the preseason, going into our senior year, we was ranked 23rd in the country. We used that as motivation. We thought that was disrespectful.
Okay.
You know, we knew we were a better team than the 23rd best team in the country.
Yeah.
So we scheduled every team that was in the top 10, top 15, and we played them in their building. We went to North Carolina and played the team down there, one of the best teams in the country. We went to LA and played Mater Dei. We went to Oak Hill. We played Oak Hill in Columbus. We played all the best teams in the country and beat them.
And beat them.
And beat them.
Wow. I know that was gratifying, right?
It was excellent.
Absolutely. And I just want to transition to the Olympic team because it seemed like you carried a lot of values from high school, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of team loyalty, so on and so forth. What was that like playing in the Olympics? Was it a similar feeling being with Kobe
you know,
and Wade?
I think it was. It could easily be a different feeling, but the way I approached it, like, you know, I didn't care that, you know, it was Kobe Bryant or if it was Dwayne Wade or Chris Paul or Dwight Howard or any of those guys. You know, I didn't care or look at them like they were, you know, above anybody. You know, me being the leader of that team, I kind of, you know, looked at them like we was all equal. And, you know, if I see something that's going wrong, being the leader of the team, I got to say something to you. Even though you're the best in the world, I got to say something to you, Kobe. You know, Chris Paul, I know you're the best point guard in the world, but you know, if you do something wrong, I have to say something to you, and I will hope the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I got that type of relationship where Chris Paul come back to me and say, you know, come on, Brian, I know you ain't, you know, you ain't going as hard as you know you can, you know. So I kind of took that leadership role, and the same thing that I did in high school, you know, and applied it to the USA team.
You also had an opportunity to play with Coach K. You never had that opportunity to play in college. Him being one of the most revered college coaches ever.
Right.
What did you learn from him, you think, in the Olympics, having that opportunity?
I think it meant a lot to Coach K. You know, just like we as players have doubters, coaches have doubters, and probably people doubt Coach K saying he can, you know, we know you can coach at the college level, but can you coach NBA players? That gave him an opportunity to showcase to the world that, you know, I can relate to these guys and they will play hard for me. No matter what class of basketball that you talk about, from community league to middle school to high school, college, and NBA, Coach K is one of the best coaches of all time.